Okay, so pag-usapan po natin yung latest development sa ICC case ni FPRRD. So this is in relation po dun sa pag-reject ng ICC pretrial chamber sa challenge to jurisdiction na defense na final po ni FPRRD via Attorney Kaufman. Okay, so for this topic po, I will be making 2 videos for tonight. And for this first video po, ang papag-usapan po natin will be more on general discussion, general questions po, kung ano yung mga pwede pang gawin ni FPRRD or kung ano yung mangyayari sa kaso ngayon FPRRD considering sa denial or sa rejection na to. Okay? And for the second video naman po on this subject matter, ang i-discuss ko naman po doon is yung actual reasons ng ICC ng pretrial chamber kung bakit dinenay po nila yung defense ng challenge to jurisdiction ni FPRRD. Okay? So in other words po, yung pangalawang video will be more on technical matters, legal technicalities. So kung gusto nyo po yung mga komplikadong pinapag-usapan tungkol sa batas, dun po yun sa pangalawang video. Okay? And lastly po, we will be also having a third video for tonight which is yung tungkol naman po kay Ombudsman Remulla, former Ombudsman Martires in relation po dun sa kaso ni Senator Joel Villanueva. So explain ko lang po kung ano na ba yung nangyari so far sa kaso ni Senator Joel and magbigay lang ako ng personal observations and remarks between the discussions po ng current Ombudsman and the former Ombudsman po natin. Okay? So good day po my fellow taong bayan, and to start things off po, ang pinaka first question natin for tonight is kung ano na ba talaga yung nangyari sa kaso ni FPRRD. Okay, so yung nangyari po dito is na-deny yung pinaka primary defense nila in relation to the rules of procedure sa ICC, which is yung challenge nila to the jurisdiction of the ICC. Okay, and the reason po kung bakit yan challenge nila FPRRD is because importante po kasi na dapat malaman muna or klarong ma-establish talaga kung whether or not may authority ba hawakan ng isang korte like that of the ICC ang isang kaso. Okay, so when you say challenge to jurisdiction po dito, it means kine-question nila kung meron ba talagang authority yung ICC hawakan yung kaso ni FPRRD. Okay, but for the technicalities of that issue po, dun po yan sa second video. Ngayon, i-discuss ko naman yung second question natin for tonight, which is kung ano pa yung mga pwedeng gawin na FPRRD dahil dito sa rejection na to. Okay? And for this po, we will be going to the Rome Statute. And to be specific po, we will be visiting Article 82 and 83 of the Rome Statute. So ito po, Article 82, number 1, letter A. Nakalagay po talaga dito a decision with respect to jurisdiction or admissibility. Okay, so in simpler terms po, pwede pa iakyat sa appeals chamber, sa higher court, or sa appellate court yung decision ng pretrial chamber kung saan nireject nila yung challenge to jurisdiction ni FPRRD. And the reason po why I am emphasizing this, kasi ang ibig sabihin po nito kung pwede pa natin i-appeal ang isang decision ay hindi pa talaga final yung decision ng lower court as to that issue, 'di ba? Kasi pwede pa nga po iakyat sa appeals chamber, therefore pwede pa yan ma-overturn ng appeals chamber yung rejection dun sa challenge to jurisdiction. Okay? So yan po yung kailangan natin talaga i-take note dito pag appeal na yung pinapag-usapan. Okay? So again, ulitin ko lang po, hindi pa final yung actual decision as to the issue of whether or not may jurisdiction ba yung pretrial chamber or yung ICC court sa kaso ni FPRRD kasi meron pa pong right to appeal si FPRRD dun sa appeals chamber ng ICC. Okay? And ngayon naman po, yung next question natin dyan, ano yung mangyayari sa kaso ni FPRRD kung pwede pa pala i-appeal yung defense na yon? Tutuloy na ba yung kaso ni FPRRD dun sa confirmation of charges or ipopostpone or suspend ba muna? Okay, so yan po yung next question naman natin. And for that po, yung sagot naman dyan ay pupunta lang tayo sa number 3 po ng Article 82. So makita po nyo dito, ang nakalagay talaga dito, an appeal shall not itself have suspensive effect unless the appeals chamber so orders upon request in accordance with the rules of procedure and evidence. Hindi po masosuspend yung kaso ni FPRRD ngayon. So ibig sabihin po niyan, tutuloy pa rin dun sa next step ng case niya, which is the confirmation of charges hearing. However po, you have to take note na general rule lang yung tutuloy yung mga kaso sa ICC kahit na may inappeal na decision, kasi ang nakalagay naman po, unless the appeals chamber so orders upon request. Okay, so kung gawin po dito nila Attorney Kaufman, nila FPRRD, i-appeal nila yung case tapos mag-request sila for a suspensive order, kung i-grant yun ng appeals chamber, pwede po masuspend yung kaso ni FPRRD during the pendency of the appeal. Okay? However po, kung walang request na gawin sila FPRRD or kung meron man tapos dinenay ng appeals chamber, ang mangyayari po, tutuloy at tutuloy ngayon sa next step yung kaso ni FPRRD, which will be the confirmation of charges na na-hearing. Okay? So yung confirmation of charges po, similar po yan sa arraignment dito sa bansa natin, kung saan ipapaalam sa akusado kay FPRRD kung ano yung mga crimes na chinarge against him. Okay? So hopefully klaro po yan. Okay po, so break muna tayo ng konti since madami-dami naman na po yung napag-usapan natin. So this portion of the video po is me reminding you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Kung hindi pa po kayo nakasubscribe, i-like po mismo itong video na to. And if you want to support my content creation, you may do so by joining the Associates for Truth membership program sa YouTube channel ko. Okay, so ngayon tuloy po tayo sa video. And for the last part po for today's video, may isi-share lang po ako na related sa appeals chamber, which is the next step kung piliin nga nila Attorney Kaufman at FPRRD na i-appeal yung rejection. Okay? So tatandaan po natin yung sa July 18, 2023 decision, meron din pong decision na nilabas yung appeals chamber in relation po sa kaso ni FPRRD. Pero yung decision po doon is not a decision with respect to jurisdiction ng ICC over the Philippines. Okay? So mamaya po i-explain ko to more in detail, pero baka lang kasi magtaka kayo kasi may mga lumalabas pong mga ibang videos or ibang mga posts sa social media kung saan sinasabi na dati daw na desisyonan na yung jurisdiction issue ni FPRRD ng appeals chamber at kung saan natalo sila sa appeals chamber na yon. Pero however po, we have to take note dito po sa latest decision ng ICC, in-emphasize po yan ng pretrial chamber na yung July 18, 2023 appeals chamber decision was not a decision with respect to jurisdiction. And the reason po why I am emphasizing this is because pag nag-appeal ngayon sila FPRRD dun sa appeals chamber, hindi naman ibig sabihin na talo agad sila. Okay, yan lang po yung gusto ko i-point out. Kasi yung decision nga po dati ng appeals chamber ay hindi pa related sa jurisdiction. So kung iakyat yan nila ngayon dun, may pag-asa pa po si FPRRD na ma-overturn. Kasi yun nga po, hindi pa talaga na desisyonan ng appeals chamber yung issue as to the jurisdiction ng ICC sa kaso ni FPRRD. Okay? So yan po ngayon yung mga next steps na pwedeng gawin ni FPRRD sa case niya. So abangan po ninyo yung next video po natin. After nito, i-explain ko naman sa inyo yung technicalities, itong mga naka-highlight ko mismo sa decision ng ICC kung saan ni-reject po nila yung challenge to jurisdiction ng defense. Okay? So kita-kits po tayo doon.